to Yamema. I wanted her to share some of her story with her Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube friends, because I get a lot of messages from believers, especially in the hip hop community and elsewhere, who have this view of Israel. That this is wicked apartheid country and just completely racist, and almost as if all the problems in the Middle East and in the Muslim world are Israel's fault. And that Israel is just this horrible Zionist regime, you know. And so, like, my experience here has been Israel is this amazingly ethnically diverse country. You have Jews ranging from very light to very dark, right?
Yeah.
And you have non-Jews in the country who, you know, enjoy the freedoms of the land. Of course, Israel's not perfect, as is any government, but in the Middle East, it's certainly a beacon of life and of hope. It's a rarity in this region of the world to enjoy the kinds of liberties and also the kind of lifestyle that a lot of Israelis enjoy. So I know that your story, you shared a little bit with me that you're from the Sudan originally,
Yes.
and that you came to Israel by way of Egypt.
Yes.
So if you could just share what you told me about your preconceived ideas of Israel, your experience in Egypt, and then your experience in Israel. And you can go as deep as you want, as you want to. I'm not asking for, every little detail, but whatever you're comfortable in sharing.
Yeah, I lived in Egypt for 3 years. So, Egypt is a Muslim country. So, because also we were in a season that we were in a time that a lot of the refugees, I was a refugee when I went to Egypt, and a lot of the people wanted to leave Egypt because of the racism there was in Egypt.
So when you say, how were you treated in Egypt?
Can you speak up though?
We were treated really trashy, if that's
Why
a
is
word,
that?
because of our skin color.
Because you're black.
Yeah, because I'm black, and so it wasn't comfortable. It wasn't a good feeling to go out every day and hearing how terrible your color is and how God made a mistake to make you, all this weird.
Were there crimes committed against Sudanese people?
There was. We had it. It was all over the news in 2006. We had a kind of like an event happen that. That all the Sudanese, almost all the Africans came together because some Egyptians in the government told them that they're gonna go to a better place, they're gonna help them out and stuff. But we were there for 2 or 3 months, and then we got half of the people that were there got killed afterwards.
So the Egyptians, were these civilians or military personnel killing?
Military.
So the Egyptian military, the government, was slaughtering, killing Sudanese people because of their skin.
Yeah, and because also we wanted to leave Egypt. We were in a really terrible situation. We all wanted to leave Egypt, but they didn't want us to.
Why would they not want you to leave?
Because they wanted us to work for them, because almost all the black people took the lowest job to cleaning the streets and cleaning their houses and all this stuff, and they wanted us to do that. So they tried everything in their power to not let us go, So we stayed there. We're stuck there for a while, and then
so they were keeping you for menial labor to basically work like servants.
Yeah, like
and then
slaves.
They were killing
basically.
innocent people because they were Sudanese.
Yeah, but also because because we wanted to stand for who we are, So they didn't like that, so they kind of had to fight back. And we also had a situation that you can go on the street because if your skin color, you can get beat up or whatever. And then if you see a police or something, if you go to them and say, "Oh, wait, I just got beat up by this Egyptian," he'll be like, "Wait, excuse me, that's his country. He's allowed to do whatever he wants." So it's like we had no rights. We couldn't our voice just didn't matter anymore. We didn't matter.
Wow.
So and then in 2006, we started hearing about people coming to Israel, and we were really interested. But we did have some Egyptian friends. I'm not saying all of them were bad, but. But every time, everything that you hear about Egypt is about Israel is that they're religious, they don't like anything different, they wouldn't accept you in, you're gonna be this and that. Everything we heard is that they're all wearing black, and nothing happens, there's no action, everyone is religious, let's say that. And that's what I had in mind, and as a young kid, I was scared. I was scared to come here because that's the only picture I see of Israel. And then my mom.
Negative, so you had a negative image of Israel based on what you heard in Egypt
Yes.
about Israel.
Yes.
Then you came here. What did you find in the
And then when I came here, it was when we first crossed the border, and the first thing that happened was the soldiers came in. It's not like, you know, they just ran to us and they came and start asking us for help, if they can help us, you know. And my sister was 7 months pregnant. They called the ambulance right away to check on her if everything's okay with
So
the
this
child.
is the wicked, Zionist, racist, religious, fanatical government of Israel that you had heard so much wicked stuff about. When you crossed the border, the military came to you not to harass you like in Egypt where they were killing your people,
Yeah.
right? But they came to see how they could help.
Yes.
And your sister, who was 7 months pregnant, they called an ambulance
Yeah.
to help her.
Yeah, and we had a few other people with us, and because they know
What did you
the
come
journey.
with? Did you come with a lot of clothes? Or
No, we all had backpacks.
did you have shoes on and everything?
Not really. We had to kind of go barefoot. It took us about a week to get to Israel and stuff.
Wow,
It
a
was-
week on foot to Israel. Sorry, so you get into the country, the military helps your family, and it was you and your siblings?
It was only me and my younger brother and my older sister.
Okay.
We were the only ones that came from the family, because they were only able to afford for my brother and and me,
Okay.
because we're the youngest in the family. But yeah, so as soon as when I saw that, I was shocked, because I totally heard the opposite of that. It was confusing in the beginning. And then the soldiers took us in, and they took us to stay with the family, you know, until we find a better place for us to stay. And they treated us like I don't know, they just had the best behavior. You know, they accepted us in, not just in their country, they accepted us in their house.